Several of them. I mean, we got a good group of redshirt guys, and we got several redshirt freshman type of guys. There's some guys that are going to turn out to be good players around here that you kind of forget about. I think Chris Register will be a guy when it's all said and done, when he transitions and learn. He missed half the season with an injury, but he's a guy learning a new position. I mean, we got a lot of guys like that you don't think a lot about. Dane Rogers is another one that's played more this year than he's played, and I think he's a guy that's going to come on and be a good junior senior guy for us. So we got a lot of guys that are not necessarily true freshmen, but they're redshirt freshmen, or some of those redshirt sophomores that hadn't had quite as much time. Adam Choice, wow, man, he's impressive in what he's been able to do this year in our power hour, just where he is physically. You forget that this guy, won our starting job last year, and he's worked incredibly hard. He's flashed, and then over on the defensive side, we talked about Sterling the other day, and Cervinka's a young guy that we're getting to really challenge him a little bit. So all those guys, I mean, really none of them that I don't think is going to be a good player. I think Muse is going to be a good player. I see those guys, more in our Skelly stuff and things like that with the offense. And we got a lot of young talent. Denzel Johnson, I think he's going to be a really good guy that's going to develop into a good player. He's a little raw, he's still learning, but we got some talented guys. There's that number 7 right there.
Yeah. Looking better.
Yeah.
What about Chad Smith? Is he?
He's another perfect example. Yeah, looks great. In fact, I went out and talked to him the other day. So I told him, I said, man, your power hour has really helped him. And, we almost played him. He was one of those guys that was kind of on the verge, and we kind of kept him. We kept he and Cleveland with us for quite a while. And, it's great when you can hold those guys. But Chad is about 238 pounds, and he's solid as a rock, and looking for a big spring from him.
The bowl season starts tomorrow. Is there any bowl or anything that may catch your eye? Are you going to watch any of these games?
Bowls start tomorrow, like
Bowls
real
start.
games.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in a cave. I don't know what's going on.
You didn't even know who made the All-American team.
No, I really didn't.
Really
I had no clue. No, I did not. Not from whatever y'all. Yeah, I had no clue. I mean, it was just, that day was a blur. These days, the one thing about the way our practice is, you have no time for anything right now because they don't have school. So we're with them, so you're either in a meeting and getting ready for a meeting or something all the time. But who's playing? Who we got?
I know Appalachian State's playing in bowl. I know there's about 4 bowl games tomorrow, but it's all the, I guess, lower tier bowls. But
I love those.
I know
Utah
BYU's playing.
I love it though. It's great to see football on TV. I love the bowl season. I love seeing these crazy matchups with people that you maybe would never play each other. And somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. And that's one thing I do enjoy. Once it gets started, you kind of have a game on about every night. So I always have fun watching that.
Everything pretty much status quo between Crowder and Morris competing for the starting.
Yep. Yeah, we'll settle in on who's going to actually start the game another week or so. But yeah, those guys, they'll both play, whoever starts.
Coach, sorry.
You mentioned Adam Choice. When you look at the success your running game's had this year, how exciting is it to know that you have someone like that who hasn't even played this year?
It's really exciting, especially when you got a guy like Wayne Gallman. 1,000 guys going to have the single. He's 14 yards to be the single season guy, and you get him. You got Choice and Fuller and Tyshawn. We got some depth in that backfield. And excited about that, especially with all the linemen we got coming back, and then the presence of our quarterback run game mixed in with it.